Hello and welcome to day 27 of our 30-day Mind Yoga Challenge. We are approaching the end now, so I hope you're still enjoying it as much as I am. We've just got a nice flowing sequence today. Not going to take too many rests in each pose. Just go along with the flow. If you can't keep up, just join in when you can. Like I say, there's no pressure with yoga. It's supposed to be good for us, so not stressing if we miss a move and we have to join in the next one. Just enjoy yourself. Like I say, it's 15-20 minutes to yourself, so just make the most of it. We'll just come and center ourselves just for a few minutes again. Maybe not even for a few minutes, maybe just for a minute. So just taking the time to close your eyes or stare down at that point in front of you. Just tune into the body, becoming aware of your breath. And maybe starting a body scan all the way from the toes, travelling up through the foot to the ankles, the calves and the shins, sending your mind's focus over the body parts to the knees, to the thighs, to the buttocks, to the belly, to the rib cage, to your shoulders, allowing your focus to travel down the arms, to the elbows, to the forearms, to the palms of the hands, then over the thumb, the index finger, middle finger, ring finger and pinky finger. Allowing that focus to travel up to the bottom of the head and the neck, over the skull to the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips and the tongue. When you're ready, dropping that chin in toward the chest. If you had your eyes closed, just blinking them open before tilting the chin up to take in the rest of the room. Lovely. So we'll go grab ourselves our mats and we're just going to warm up the spine, which is really important to do, just going through our cat-cow sequence. So starting off in our tabletop, so wrists, we'll just flip both away. So placing the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. And we're just going to move through the cat and cow posture just with our breath. So the inhale, curling the toes, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, the neck and the head. And the exhale, bringing the chin in towards the chest, pulling that belly button up towards the sky, rounding through that back and pressing the feet into the floor. So inhale, curling the toes, dropping the belly, lifting the chest, the neck and the head. And the exhale, chin in towards the chest, belly button up to the sky, feet nice and flat. So just allow your breath to guide your movement. And just feeling the body flowing gracefully, easily between these two poses. And then when you're ready, we're just going to come back to that nice neutral position. We're going to send the right leg out long just to warm up the backs of the legs before we do our poses. So just doing some nice gentle pulses, pressing that heel towards the wall behind you and then releasing it, just to get that leg nice and warm. Then we're going to swap legs, so sending the left leg out long. And again, just do some nice gentle pulses. Not forgetting our abdominal muscles, we're still pulling them in. Then when you're ready, bringing that left knee back to centre. I'm going to walk the hands ever so slightly out in front of us, spread the fingers nice and comfortably wide, having these lovely elbow creases facing the wall in front. With the inhale, tucking the toes under, and exhale to send the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. So keeping those knees nice and bent, pulling that belly button up towards the spine and seeing if you can get your ears in line with those biceps. So in your downward dog, you can pedal out the legs. If that feels good, you can keep them stationary. Just remember, it's your practice, it's your body, so just do what feels comfortable for you. Then with the next inhale, we're going to walk those feet all the way up towards the hands, coming into a forward fold, Uttanasana. Just allowing the torso to hang heavy, if you can see, on the thighs, and bending my knees nice and comfortably. Just allowing gravity to help me out, pull down my shoulders, my arms, my head. And with my next inhale, I'm going to bring my hands onto the shins, come into half forward fold. And then exhale, releasing all the way down. Inhale, I'm going to take the arms out wide, sweep them up and overhead. Fingertips or palms to touch at the top. And exhale, hands can come down that midline of the body. Just going to rest in there at our heart centre. Nice opportunity to set yourselves your intention for the day or for the week ahead. And just feeling that intention grow in that heart centre, and then allowing the heart to pump that information, to pump that desire all around the body, so every cell, every tissue, every fibre, every ligament knows about that intention too. When you're ready, just dropping the hands all the way down, and we'll get into our nice flowing movement now. So starting off, I'm going to take an inhale, sweeping the arms up. Bring the fingertips to touch the top, and exhale, I'm going to draw them down the midline of the body, pause at the heart centre. Inhale, step the right foot back, we're going to come into warrior two. So you need to shimmy the left foot more over to the midline, making sure that our front knee is bent over that front ankle, just so you have a nice stretch. Then your toes on your right foot are probably top pointing to that top right hand corner of the mat. So inhale here, we're going to send the left arm out in front and the right hand out behind. Inhale to turn the palms to face up. And then exhale, we're just going to flick just the wrist back down. So imagine you've got a broom strapped to your arms. We're going to see if we can keep them on a nice straight level here. Sending your focus over that front middle finger. Taking one breath here. And exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to turn the palm over on that left hand. I'm going to sweep that left hand up and overhead as we allow that right hand to travel down that right leg, coming into our peaceful warrior, reverse warrior. Inhaling here, and exhale, traveling all the way back to warrior two. We'll do that again. Inhale, pulling ourselves back to our reverse warrior, maybe allowing your gaze to follow that front hand, and then reversing to warrior two. We're now going to allow that left hand to come down on top of that left thigh as we sweep that right hand up and overhead. So we're trying to get that right bicep in line with that right ear. And I'm going to turn the left palm to face the wall, to face the ceiling. And your choice of gaze, you can either keep that neck nice and neutral, or you can spin that to look up at that right hand. Just going to have one breath here. And then on the next inhale, we're going to bring ourselves all the way back up to warrior two. Exhale, we're going to come back, resting that left forearm on that left thigh, right arm up and overhead. One more breath. And coming back to warrior two. Straightening out the front leg, we're just going to take a breath here, making sure the shoulders are dropped down away from the ears. And then with the exhale, we're going to bring that left hand all the way down on towards that left calf, and at the same time we're lifting that right arm up and overhead, coming into our extended triangle pose. Now if you have a big heavy book or you have your block, you can always place that to the inside of that left foot, giving your hands something to lean on. And again, taking your choice of gaze, either keeping the neck nice and neutral or spinning your gaze to look up to those fingers on the right hand. And we'll just have one more breath here. Then on the inhale, we're going to cartwheel those hands back up as we bring the torso up, bending that front knee, returning to warrior two. Inhale, we're going to just drop the hands all the way down. I'm going to step that back foot up to meet the front foot coming into the top of the mat. And you've guessed it, we're going to do the same now on the other side. So inhale, sweeping the arms up and overhead, bring the fingertips or palms to touch at the top. Exhale, we bring the hands down the midline of the body, pausing at that heart centre. Just taking a moment or two to remember that intention we set ourselves. And using the beautiful circulatory system via the heart, we're just going to send that intention again to every cell in the body. So when you're ready with the next inhale, we're going to step the left foot back this time. So quite a big step back, but obviously you can do it as many steps as you need. Just the point that you want that front knee bent over the front ankle, and then we're going to just shimmy that right foot into the middle of the mat, so our warrior two. So our hips aren't facing directly straight on anymore, they're actually going at a slight angle off to that left side. And again, just take it so we feel like there's a nice stretch. And then with your next inhale, we're going to send the right hand out in front and the left hand out behind. With an inhale, we're going to spin the hands so both palms face the ceiling. And then the exhale, just flicking just the wrist back. We've opened up that chest beautifully across. And then taking your focal point over that middle finger on that front hand. That's your drishti. And tune into that. Dropping the shoulders down away from the ears, still engaging the core. Inhaling here. With the next inhale, we're going to flick that the hand over on the front. And then we're going to bring that hand up and overhead as we send that left hand down the left thigh, coming into our reverse warrior. Inhale, we're going to spin all the way back to warrior two. So we're just going to keep moving with our breath between the reverse warrior and our warrior two. And you can keep your gaze following that right hand, or you can keep your gaze neutral. We'll just do one more as that left hand travels down the left leg and that right hand comes overhead. And the exhale, we'll pause back into our warrior two. Again, making sure that the tailbone is tucked under, still gripping nicely through both feet. Inhaling here. And then on the exhale, we're going to drop that right hand all the way down to sit on top of that right thigh. Same time, we're going to sweep that left arm up and overhead. We're just going to bring it so that that left bicep's in line with the left ear. So the right palm is facing up and the left palm is facing down. Still engaging those abdominal muscles, still remembering to breathe. Have one more breath here. And then on the next inhale, we're going to peel ourselves all the way back to our warrior two. So we're going to do that one more time. So inhale, then exhale, bringing that right arm down onto the right thigh and sweeping that left arm up and overhead. Remembering to relax those muscles on the face. One more breath. Then inhale, peeling yourselves back up, returning to a nice strong warrior two. Inhale, we're going to straighten that front leg. And then the exhale, we're going to start bringing that right hand down towards the right calf as we slowly lift that left arm up and overhead. And like I say, if you do have a block or a book handy, just placing that to the inside of that right foot. Or you can just rest your hand on the calf or on the mat, opening up the chest, remembering to breathe, remembering to enjoy the pose. If you don't like this left hand being up in the sky, you can always bring it down onto the hip. Remember, making this pose what feels good for you. It doesn't have to be what it should look like. It's about how it feels. So we'll have one more breath. And then we'll deeply bend in to that front knee. As we use our abdominal muscles, we're going to pull ourselves all the way back up to warrior two. So sending your gaze over that front middle finger. And then exhale, just allowing the hands to float back down. We're going to spin the toes to face the front of the mat, coming into a wide-legged position. So making sure the outer edges of the feet are in line with the outer edges of the mat. We'll just finish off with one more pose, and that's forward fold with wide legs. So bringing the hands behind that flat part of the lower back. You can interlace the fingers if that feels good for you. We're just going to open up that chest nicely, making sure that we split the weight between the front and the backs of the feet, taking an inhale to open through that chest, and then exhale, we're going to start hinging forward at the hips. When you need to take a pause for an inhale, and the exhale, continue all the way down. Now the option is to keep the hands where they are. You could also bring them down onto the mat, or if you've got a block, onto the block, or if they were interlaced behind the back, you can on an inhale slowly start sending them up towards the sky as well. So just let gravity help you out a little bit here. Allow gravity to help pull those shoulders and the head and the neck down. And then if you have the hands in the air, just seeing if you can pull them up towards the ceiling. But please take any hand gesture which feels good. Now we're just going to have maybe one more breath here. And then the exhale will all release the hands all the way down. They may be touching the floor, they may be hovering. And then generously bending the knees. With an inhale, we're going to peel the torso back to an upright position, bringing the hands down by the sides, shimmy the feet in towards one another. And we'll say, boom, day 26 done, or is it 27? 27, you see I'm losing count. So again, you can click off, or you can finish off with our beautiful 4 intentions that we've picked up from Deepak Chopra. So placing one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Setting ourselves the intention to have a joyful and energetic body. Bring the bottom hand over the heart center, setting our intention to have a loving and compassionate heart. Bringing the hands out in front, palms away from one another, tuning into that third eye center. We set our intention to have a clear, reflective and alert mind. Finally, bring the soles of the hands to touch and opening 3 middle fingers, tuning in to your own body's aura. We set our final intention to have lightness in our being. Closing the hand in our prayer pose, bring that prayer towards the heart, remembering our intention one more time together. Just want to say thank you for coming again, and a few days left together. Let's make the most of them. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you. Bye-bye.